Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the world of the International Fabtalks, the place where the unsung heroes come out and share all their thoughts, views, their experiences, the grit and determination which made them who they are today. And today, we are being joined by a very special person who has been through all the ups and downs, standing strong, tall, and sharing her experiences with us today. Let's welcome Ms.Bidisha Moulik from Mumbai. She is the primary head of one of the established CBSE schools in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Dear ma'am, welcome to the session and thanks for being a part of the FabTalk family.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear. Dear friends, it's always a pleasure to get to know about the lives of those unsung heroes, those unsung celebrities who have done a lot for the society, wanting the best for themselves and for others as well. They have been doing this work not from day one, it's not from day two, it is right from the time they have thought that, yes, my life matters and I have to contribute in a positive way to the society. I should give back to the universe. And yes, friends, our friend is here with us, our celebrity. Let's go ahead and introduce our special celebrity in an official way. Dear ma'am, with your permission, I'll try to take little chance and introduce you in the official way. Yes, dear. Thank you, dear ma'am. Thank you, dear ma'am. Dear friends, my dear friends, now let's get to know about our special celebrity in an official way. In the bustling city of Mumbai, you know, Mumbai is not a very calm city. It's always full of life and business activities, lots of people connecting over there. And this rhythmic heartbeat of the urban life never flatters or fades away. It always finds people mixing up from all other states of India. All the people come over there, spend a lot of time. And our special celebrity, amongst all of this, in the midst of all of this, she finds great solace and inspiration in the simple wonders that surrounds her. You know, it's really a wonder to see people around us, and the simplicity of other people as well inspires us a lot. And of course, our special celebrity enjoys all of this. And as the primary head of a well-established CBSE school, her days are started with lots of responsibility. Every day starts with responsibility, opportunities to infuse creativity into the educational realm. It's not a boring one. Creativity is a must for any organization and for any individual as well. And hence here we have our celebrity infusing creativity into the educational sector as the head of the primary department. Being a person, not a person like it, you could call a people's person, connected with people. So being a people's person at heart, and the heart, soul, and the mind as well. She thrives on beautiful interactions that spans not only with this present generation, but the generations that have she's been, facing all through these years, connecting with different generations from the past till date. Every conversation is a beautiful experience woven with love, kindness, understanding, and learning and teaching as well. Friends, she cherishes all these beautiful connections and she says, yes, my life becomes beautiful when I connect with people who are like-minded and would love to uplift the society in a very positive way. Whether it is guarding the young minds in her school or engaging in meaningful discussions with seasoned educators, she'd love to bond with those people who think of bringing out the best in the young minds. And yes, she would love to have powerful conversations with them. She believes in the power of human connections to foster growth and understanding. Her love for multitasking. All of us love multitasking. Some of us don't. I love to multitask and I enjoy her passion as well. She loves multitasking. She feels it is a testament to the kaleidoscope of ideas that constantly whirl within her mind. So there is always something going on beautiful in her mind. And she says, yes, I love to multitask. And if I don't, it bores me. And me too as well. Yes, dear. So here we have a person ready to share her experiences. And she is Bidisha Moulik from Mumbai. And friends, from the canvas of painting and drawing, she's also a great artist and much more. From the canvas of painting and drawing to the delicate artistry of crochet needle. And she's good at crocheting as well. And that is one of my favorites too. It is her hobby and mine as well. And she finds that the beautiful colors that are there, which you use while you paint, while you draw, or while you use the crochet needle, you use different types of colors to knit, to weave, and to paint. That really brings a beautiful blend to understand human personality, to understand human thoughts, minds, and live a beautiful life. Connecting the world with colors. And yes, friends, her essence in life, she says, the real essence of life or the real essence of her life is the mosaic of diverse interests and unwavering enthusiasm. No matter what is our age, we should always be enthusiastic. And yes, we have our special celebrity with all the enthusiasm to share with the younger minds and everyone. From the vibrant use of her artistic pursuits to the structured responsibilities of her professional life, each facet contributes to the narrative of a life well lived. We all should have this satisfaction. I have lived my life to the fullest. I've given back to the society. And so here we have a beautiful soul who has it all within her. And yes, friends, in this beautiful journey, she continues to explore, create, and connect, embracing the richness of every single moment as a learning one and as a sharing one as well. And today, as it is a sharing one, she's with us on the International Fab Talks. Join us, friends. Hello, ma'am, and thanks for being a part of our session.
Thanks. Thanks so much.
Thank you, dear. Dear ma'am, it is really a pleasure to get to know you, as I love multitasking. I love all the hobbies that you have. And this really touched me. A life well lived. I love that. And all of us should have this on our tongue. A life well lived. Do not have the grudges against life. Do not have this negativity towards life. Dear ma'am, we'd really like to know how you would be able to define yourself. Like, who is the real Bidisha Moulik? How would you define yourself?
I am a happy-go-lucky person, and I don't like to take stress, and I embrace creativity and connection with people. That's very important for me to meet people, know them, listen to them. And thanks to my job profile, that I get to meet lots of people of different ages, like from small children, because I interact with small children, so them, their parents, and I'm always interacting. So that is something which I just love it. And I also get a lot of scope of to portray my creativity. So I think I'm the happiest soul.
That's wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much. Connecting with people of all age groups is the essence of life. You should not only be connected with the people of your age group. Everyone gives us something or the other to learn. And I love this. And I even live by this rule, connecting with all age groups. And that's really fun. Fun and learning as well. Dear ma'am.
Yeah.
What inspired you to enter into the field of education?
Well, I think I like it, the basic thing. I loved it when I was teaching, and so many children listened to me. That fact, that is what happened, and that's how I was a teacher all throughout. Many years I've been, for 24 years I've been a teacher, and this job profile is lately, it's not a very old one. And I used to also teach yoga. I used to teach that was the time when computers came in, so I was teaching computer, so it was always about teaching. So I just like it, that is another way of interacting with people and making a relation. While even if the person is a student of yours, doesn't matter. You create a relation with the person, whatever age. That's all teaching.
Yes, dear. I agree with you, ma'am. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing. Dear ma'am, in the teaching profession, in the academic sector, as an academician, it's not easy at times. Of course, bonding with students, bonding with parents, all is fine. But there are certain times where we face challenges.
Yeah.
And how are you able to balance all the challenges till date? How are you able to manage each of them and bounce back and share all of your beautiful experiences with us today?
Actually, it comes with experience. Initially, many a times difficulties came in, but when I saw my seniors handling a certain situation, we learn, and that is experience which counts. Now it just comes. Now it's not difficult to handle those situations. And the difficulties will, and that is the challenge, is the thing in life. Without challenge, what is life?
Yes, I love that. No, without challenges, what is life? And it comes with experience, my dear friends. Yes. Sometimes, I guess, ma'am, I believe, it's not guess, I believe we learn from our own experiences, and sometimes we learn from the experiences of others. And we don't repeat those mistakes, what others have done. That's really nice. Beautiful. So, friends, it's all about experience. Get to know about yourself and manage challenges and take up challenges. I love the way you said, what is life without challenges? That's really wonderful. I love the way. I love that spirit. Yes, dear friends. Dear ma'am, you connected with the little children as you belong to the primary sector, you said you're the head of that department. We would like to know about your childhood as a kid. How was Bidisha? The naughty one or the quiet one?
No, neither naughty nor quiet. Very bubbly and friendly, playful, not naughty. And of course, I think I was creative. I don't remember. But whatever I've heard is that I was good at drawing and all that stuff. And I was quite a pet amongst teachers. I always enjoyed studying. I was not one of the best students, but then I was always okay. I was good. I had always smooth sailing thing.
That's nice. Then if you say smooth sailing, then I remember about my primary school when I was a kid. Like I had a tough time in the third class. I was even slapped by my teacher. Her name is Miss Margaret, and I didn't submit my report card. I kept it in my bag and I didn't show it to my parents as well. And she checked my bag and they checked and they couldn't find it. And then finally they found it in the social studies book that was on the table. The remaining books were in my bag, and that was the social studies period, and it was her period, and the report was in that. They searched, and then she slapped me and she said, "Where is the report card?" I said, "I already gave it to you." And then finally afterwards they searched and then they found it in my social book, and it was not signed because I got B. My parents wanted A and they forced me always to get an A. In those, I don't know what's the kind of grades given now. That was A plus A, B plus B, and then like so on. And so I got a B, and I was scared to get the signature from my parents. And then finally I had to get it signed because I got a tight slap on my cheek. So that
So such things are not allowed anymore.
Yes, dear.
Such things
Corporal
are not
punishment
allowed.
is not allowed,
No,
right?
no, nothing at all. We can't even scold children. We don't scold children. We have to just make them understand. Very sweet.
I wish that this was during our time, because I could at least share something positive today. If I shared a negative incident, right? Yes, dear. The slap that I got, and I hated her from that day. I didn't like her because I
That's what.
wanted her to know the pain. At home I was sandwiched, and the school also sandwiched me like in between. And all of maybe below 8 years, 10 years, I guess, third class. Yes, dear. So I feel good opening up to you as you're the head of the primary sector. So I haven't
How
shared
nice.
this at all on this platform. For the first time, I'm sharing this.
How nice.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, do you remember any of the incident that occurred with you during your childhood? As I shared one of mine, an anecdote. Would you like to share any childhood incident of yours in any way, positive, negative, at home, at school?
Positive, yes. I mean, I'm a person who generally remembers positive things. Actually, there is no use in remembering negative things and becoming sad. That's my point of view, that's my way. So, whatever I remember, yeah, there are plenty of incidents in school, home. Being a single child, I was very pampered. And of course, my mother has been very strict with me. But okay, that doesn't matter. That's good. Strictness is needed. So, I don't have anything against that. And everything was good. I mean, positive. If you want to hear, I can tell many positive things. Like, I can't hear.
Yeah, I shared an incident, right, ma'am? I would like
Yeah,
you to also share a nice incident, like which is very fresh in your mind regarding your
childhood.
childhood. Yes,
Childhood.
yes, please. Yes, dear.
Okay, I have always been very talkative. Okay, always in the class. That was my only complaint that my mother used to get during the open house and report card times. And even in my report cards and remark section, it would be very good in studies, keep it up, but try to talk less in the class. In all my report cards, you would find. So then there was this one particular year, I don't remember, maybe fourth standard or third, I don't remember. Sorry. So then there were some 40 children obviously in the class, must be around 40. So my place was changed almost every 3 days, because with whomever I sat, I made that person talkative. So I could not sit with, and everybody would sit for a week, 2 weeks with the same person. And those days it's very important to sit with your friend. So I was made to change places throughout, and I used to not like it. Then finally, there was a boy in my class. I still remember his name. His name was Vishwanath. And he used to be very quiet. He had a problem actually. He would not speak. So his parents would tell the teacher that, I think so, they would tell. I mean, I sort of remember how I remember, I don't know. That he doesn't talk. It is important that at this age he should talk. So finally, they made him sit with me. And after a long time, he also started speaking a lot. So that was one incident which I remember. So there are many such, but like that offhand, I can't speak of anything.
Thank you, ma'am. I just wanted that out, that beautiful incident, as you made even Vishwanath speak up, finally. Yes, that is the positive energy that you've spread across. Yes, that's really nice. Yes, it brought a smile on my face. I thought then there would be some type of a, complaint or something. But then, yes, he also began to speak and share, open up. Yes,
Yeah.
and people open up with the right kind of people. They don't open up front of everyone. No, we don't open up. It is our people, like our group, maybe the people we can bond energy, positive energy. Yes, dear ma'am. Dear ma'am, any book would you like to suggest to all of us? Like, yes, this book could transform your life.
I have a habit of reading lots of books. Like on my iPad, I have many books at a time. So it depends what I feel like reading. And I read. And most of them I don't finish really and not complete. And it goes on and on. So whenever I open it, I'm back to that place where I left it. One book that I completed recently was is called Loser Think by Scott Adams. And this book is something really nice, not for younger ones. I mean, it is for older people. One should read it. It is the way we have to, the mental blocks that we have, the way we think, and that makes us take a wrong decision. To identify that he's used the term loser think, and those things we have to get over. Identify our own loser think and get over it. Scott Adams is the same guy who does the Dilbert cartoons. So I found the book really good, very interesting. I would read it again.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing. Thank you. It will really help us to remove the mental blocks, make right decisions, and we lay our hands on that, ma'am, and read it too. Thank you very much.
Sure. Please read it.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, how would you want to be remembered in this world? How should people remember Bidisha Moulik and why they should remember you?
Why they should remember me? Well, a person who would they should remember me as an optimist, spreading positivity. They should remember my paintings. And what else? Um, I don't think I'm that unique that they have to remember me. It's okay if they recognize me when I'm around. That's enough.
How sweet of you. I love the innocence that you have. I love the way you said it's okay, that's enough. And yes, ma'am, you will be remembered for spreading positivity, for having the inner child in you alive, and your paintings as well. Yes. And you're into crocheting as well, right?
Yes, yes, very much.
Yes,
It's a
I love
passion.
that. I love that too. And I'm sure many of them, our viewers too, would love that. That's really nice. It gives us lots of pleasure when we complete that entire thing, right?
Yes,
What
and
a
it's
joy.
all mathematics. It's all how you make a design. It's really nice, very interesting.
Yes. And after completing it, we get that fulfillment rate. Wow, did I really do that? Did I complete that myself? And we keep admiring that work, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, dear. Me too. I do that.
Yeah.
I see him sharing that with you. That's really nice.
Mhm.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing. Ma'am, Mumbai, the city of films, Bollywood, your favorite movie which has a beautiful social message.
Oh, social message.
कुछ भी हो अगर आपका any favorite movie apart from a social message you love it, you could share that even if it has a message or not.
There are many movies actually we keep seeing. Offhand remembering a movie is a little difficult. Latest one was that Sam Bahadur, which I liked a lot. The army and all that, that was very good. And Vicky Kaushal was so good in that. And of course, social message, you see that Shah Rukh Khan's movie Swadesh, I had liked it. An all-time favorite, Sholay.
Wow, yes. Yes,
And of course, Maine Pyar Kiya. Who can forget?
yes, dear.
9 to 10 times I would have seen it.
Same here, right? I agree. Yes, dear.
But these days, kids wouldn't, associate with those things. A
Yes.
little older generation.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing the name of the movie like Sholay and Maine Pyar Kiya and
Three Idiots, how can we forget?
Three Idiots.
Social
Yes,
message.
yes,
Very, very important social message.
very true.
Mm.
Dear ma'am, being from the educational sector, as an academician, do you think the producers are not taking that much of interest in bringing about beautiful films for children, focusing on the growth of child, the mental, the emotional, the holistic development of a child? How many movies have been created? I think only one, Tare Zameen Par, was one of the best movies.
True.
Apart from that, I haven't seen any of the producers and directors coming forward. They might have, but I am not aware of it. If you are aware of any of the movies, you could suggest.
Of that type, no, of that genre, I don't remember. I can't place it. Yeah, that's what they don't. The thing about movies which I don't like is the negativity in it. Why? And people are always wanting to remember and speak and talk about negativity. Excuse me. Even in the class when I am teaching, suppose children, if for anything comes up in regards to diseases. Forget COVID, that was the latest thing. But then even before that, if I remember, anything about disease, about an injury, the whole class would be really awake and wanting to tell, oh, I got hurt here, I had this happen, that happened. But then I think people, I don't know why people cannot forget the sadder and difficult parts in their life. We should somehow train ourselves to try and get away with them, those things.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear. I really love that. Overcome all the challenges and go ahead. Dear ma'am, traveling, touring, picnic. How do you go about that? What would you love to share? Is it like with the little children, you'll go on a trip or a small picnic and a tour? Is that the one, or a me time traveling, solo traveling, or a family going with the family members and relatives? What would you prefer?
Traveling with children, yeah, we have these day picnics, and those are very enjoyable. We usually have annually, and I've been always going with them. That's very interesting, something very different, but that has a lot of responsibility. So that's not a relaxing time at all.
Very, very true. I agree.
Very, very difficult time, but yeah, it's nice, something different. And otherwise, traveling, I like solo traveling. I really like that because there you can give your, yeah, as you can understand, me time is very important for people like I think even you are that way, the way you were sharing. So it's very important. If I want to look at a mountain, I want to look at it for some time. So maybe if I'm going with a lot of relatives, it may not be so. It may not happen. Then I have to always be according to them. So that uh, is not really relaxing. But I don't mind. I enjoy being with people. But traveling, I like. Friends are nice. I go out a lot with friends. Traveling with friends is very interesting.
And the beauty of solo traveling is something very different. It gives us another level of feeling, higher level, no? Where you find, yes, you become an observer, you become a learner, you become much stronger when you go solo traveling, right?
Solo traveling or maybe with people who are like-minded.
Like mind.
So
Very,
friends, if you there are a few friends who are like-minded and like interests and all, then it is interesting. Then the travel becomes very interesting.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing. Dear ma'am, what is it that you love about Bidisha? This is me, Bidisha, and I love myself. I respect myself. This is my inner core quality. If others like me or no, I love myself because this is the inner me. I know who I am.
Well, I'm hardworking, driven towards work individual, driven individual. And I'm never afraid of facing challenges. Not afraid. And I'm passionate about work and I'm focused on my passion. That's painting. So that's what it is me. And I feel I'm fulfilled with it.
Yes, dear. That's really nice. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Hardworking, passionate. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, what if suppose you won a big lottery? Imagine you won a big jackpot. And if I may ask, how would you spend all of that money?
Oh, I would just big amount, okay. maybe some of it I would just donate to the, less privileged ones. That should happen if I really win a lottery, which I don't think I will. And because I don't believe in these lotteries. And rest of it will go into artwork. I would like, I whatever art I make, I obviously I do it professionally, but I don't charge too much because I want people to have interest and understanding about handmade art, handmade stuff. So they should be able to afford that. So I would like to make it available. If I have lots of money, I would possibly do that. I would make handmade art, not only mine, many other people, those who are wanting to sell it and all, affordable, and try to create more interest of art in people.
Yes, what a lovely way to share all of that, Not only me, I enable others also to bring out their art, their
That's
talent,
more important.
and make it affordable for all. It's a win-win situation here, right? And appreciate art in all forms. Wonderful, ma'am. And hats off to this beautiful thought of yours. Much appreciated. Yes. Dear ma'am, what about sports and games?
That's a difficult question. I was never good at sports and games. From childhood, I was always inclined towards the other activities like even music, dance, and all. I was inclined. But sports, I was never really inclined to. And I like to watch cricket and football, but I don't know too much about it. So I think that's it.
Yes, dear. As you mentioned cricket, how did you feel when India lost the match to Australia in the World Cup?
Sports. Sports. You don't have to. I mean, it's okay. The best team should win. It's fine. That's the spirit. They were the runner-up team. That's good enough.
Yes, dear. Sports enables us to understand what is, winning and losing. And of course, life can be a winning situation and a losing one as well for every one of us. All of us. It's not only that only few people win and few people lose. It is applicable to everybody. And sports is one way where we could learn a lot. Dear ma'am, if you were given a chance to change something in the world, which area would you want to focus your energies and bring about a change?
Education. There should be more of education in our, as we have the a country, so much of it goes under the poverty line, and such a lot of people are still not educated in the remote villages and all. Women's education, you know, that I think focus most energy towards that. One day, hopefully, our country would be 100% educated.
Beautiful, ma'am. A literate world, a literate Mumbai, a literate Maharashtra, a literate India. All of us should be literate. If you educate yourself, get yourself educated, educate others around you, make use of that education. If not, not in a profitable way, maybe you could do it in a profitable way for your living. But of course, if you have that kindness within you and if you see an underprivileged person, try to educate them in a small way. It could be your domestic helps child, or it could be your domestic help as well, or just someone who requires some type of a knowledge which you could share. Beautiful, ma'am. I love that. To see a world where all of us have basic knowledge, basic education.
Exactly.
Very true, dear. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, any plans for retirement after a few years?
Work-wise, I'll have to retire at a certain age, but retirement word doesn't exist in my dictionary. I'll keep working. I'll definitely find something or the other because I am work-driven. You see. So whatever possible, I'll keep on doing. I'll keep on learning. I have to learn so many things in life. I haven't got the chance to learn. So I learn all that. Maybe I'll learn something in sport, some sport activity I'll take up. Finally, before dying, I'll learn some sport.
Beautiful, ma'am. It's a beautiful message here, a hidden message. that yes, retirement is not sitting down quietly. It is to learn again something new, to upgrade our skills. What we did not do earlier, we have the free time now to concentrate and do, as you just gave us a hint over there. I didn't get time to do it. Maybe now I'll do it. I'll go there. And that really creates a beautiful impact on your brain, on all of us, for all of us. And we become sharper as we age. Gracefully aging, it is called. Not sitting down and cribbing over things and crying over things. Age gracefully. Learn something new. Beautiful.
Focus.
Yes.
The brain works so much. Sports is really important.
Yes, dear. Thank you very much, dear. Thank you so much. Dear ma'am, as of now, do you still have a few dream projects in your mind? And would you like to share them with us?
Sharing may not be possible, but I have plenty of them all the time. The dream projects are hitting against.
Yeah. Keep it a secret. But yes, you said you have.
Lots of them. Lots of them.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And I too do have, but then yes, fingers crossed. And till it works out, materializes, let it be.
Yeah.
It is. Yes. So wishing you all the best in all your endeavors, ma'am. And me too, and the world as well, for all your dream projects.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks to you too. Dear ma'am, the difference between smart work and hard work, how would you differentiate that?
See, hard work, I said I'm a hardworking person. So hard work is something where you finish the work and it takes a lot of time. Smart work is find a way out and do the same thing in a shorter while. That's what smart work is about. And I guess we should all try and find that. But legally.
Legally, shortcut method, jugaad method, jo bhi bole.
Everything. But complete the work properly. Till the end.
Yes, dear. No matter what way you do it in the right way,
do it
in a smarter way, and try to finish it within a minimum span of time, a short span.
Lesser time, yeah.
Yes, dear. I love the way, you circled around and gave me that, do it in a small, shorter way or in the other way around. I really love the energy that you have and the passion with which you're sharing all of that, ma'am. Thank you so much. Dear ma'am, what about the best friends in your life? How many of them have stood by you? The test of time, that when you really needed them the most, they have been with you, your close friends or a best friend?
See, when we are in a difficult time, it's only ourselves who have to do it. So we should not actually expect anything from anyone. And only then the best friends remain best friends, when you do not expect anything. The moment we start expecting, then that friendship will come into a little, So it's very important to have friends, and I have loads of them. And I want to keep all of them intact. So let me be competent enough to do my work myself and not to expect anything from them.
A big thank you from me to you for sharing this. Not to expect anything from anyone. The moment you expect something from friends, something's going to, some imbalance.
Anyone, any relation, anyone, expectation.
How sweet. That's a double takeaway for me, It's a double takeaway. Expect nothing from anybody. You depend on yourself. Be self-dependent and, be independent. I really love that. It's a big takeaway, ma'am. And that's how you build a stronger you. In fact, every individual in the world should have this. Lesser expectations from others and more expectation from your own self. That will make you more stronger, ready to face any situation. Yeah. Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am. Lots of takeaways.
How sweet.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, we'll talk about now in retirement. We've seen many of the elderly people, the senior citizens, being abandoned by their children.
Nice.
And they've used all their money, the resources that they had, to for the upbringing of their children, for their education, for their marriage and everything. And one fine day, they are penniless. The senior citizens, they have nothing, and they are abandoned by their selfish children. Now, I would like you to share your thoughts. Should all the youngsters out there, this is a question for the youngsters, to learn from the experiences of the senior citizens who have been abandoned and who are in old age homes or, left abandoned at bus stops and railway stations, etc. Should the youngsters start saving from day one, the day they receive their first paycheck, they earn their first earnings? Should they begin saving from that very month for their future? For their later years?
Yes, of course, we should all save for old age. because we may not be able to give our 100% at that time. We not be able to do things, and medical expenses, of course. Yes, we have to save. Very important to save.
I'm asking you, like, is it from day one, the first paycheck begin to save, or maybe after 1 year, 6 months?
No, we have to save from day one. We
Yes,
should save.
yes.
That should come not day one. Actually, it should come from childhood. This should be inculcated in children, so that they learn when the pocket money is given. From that, they should learn to save. That way they should learn. That not that I'll always get it from my parents.
Perfect. I love this. There's another takeaway for all of us, friends. Start young, train them young. Allow them to, save the pocket money. Maybe spend a little and save a little. And that inculcates the habit of saving, and they will really be independent. They will not be financially dependent on anyone. They will have their own resources to during good times, emergency times, and maybe hard times, whatever it could be. Thank you, ma'am. A beautiful takeaway. And let's have this in all the schools and colleges. Let us put it in the minds of the children that yes, even if it is a 1 rupee, save it. It matters.
Yes, exactly.
Dear ma'am, what brings a smile to your face every morning? The moment you enter your school gate, the moment you enter into the school, or the moment you get out of bed or get up, what brings a smile to your face?
When I wake up, the smile is because I'm alive, I'm breathing. So that is the biggest gratitude and the biggest cause of happiness. That okay, I am allowed to see another day. You know. And after that, the whole day, there are n number of things which bring happiness to my everything. Actually, the morning, the sky, the plants around me, and then the people, the small children running around. That such things bring so much of happiness. It's all very interesting. Everything brings happiness.
Yes, dear. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's really nice. And to me, looking at two little children, especially from the pre-primary section, sharing their tiffin or feeding each other, that's a really a cute moment to cherish.
Yeah,
I think you'll be
really.
blessed because you will be going around and viewing all of them.
Yes, very much.
Yes, dear. Yes. So, dear friends, we're having a beautiful session, a wonderful one, a learning one, and experiencing a lot of wisdom here on this platform with our special celebrity. She is Ms.Bidisha Moulik. Dear ma'am, any weakness?
Well, I sometimes feel it's my weakness that I have to, if there is a job which is there, I have to complete it. I have to see the end of it. I do not let it go and don't give it up. So that could be a weakness. It could be counted as a weakness, I think, sometimes. That I should be able to just let go it's okay, some things are not done. But no, I don't give it up. So that could be a weakness.
I get that very well. I understand that. That brings a smile to my face. If you have a work and you have to do it after completing it, then only you're satisfied. Even if you sleep, that's not going to allow you to sleep because that works on your mind. The best way is to finish it and then take rest. Am I right in that way? If I could put.
Not exactly that way. No, sleep. I don't the same. But I like sleep very well. I have those boundaries, switch on, switch off. So, but then if there is something, I will finish it. I don't give it up. I think I'm a go-getter. Do it.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, ma'am. I really love the way a go-getter and have boundaries. Work is work, rest is rest. But for me, until I come, if that is in my head and I could complete it that day, I don't want to shift it to the next day. I'll sit maybe an hour extra and complete it and then go to sleep. Then I'll get that beautiful sleep. Yes, dear. Thank you for sharing. We have to have this gap between rest and work and personal space. Thank you for bringing out another takeaway, boundaries. That's beautiful, ma'am. Thank you very much. Dear ma'am, when you're at your low, all of us go through our lows. When you feel low, from where do you derive your strength?
Music.
Western, Indian, classical?
Everything. Music is only medication, only medicine, which will bring you out of every possible, uh, all these things, whatever, flows and all, you know. So mostly it is, being a Bengali, it's Tagore songs. And there's such a vast uh, choice over there. So something or the other brings peace. But even otherwise, ghazals, semi-classical, rock and roll.
Yes, dear. Yes. And if it's rock and roll and if nobody's in the room and then that's it. I
Yes,
also, I'm just happy to myself. Put it on and just enjoy yourself. Let the energy flow. Yes, dear. Thank you for sharing. Music is really very inspiring. If you are down, listen to some music. Dear ma'am, कभी डर लगता है किसी चीज का?
किसी चीज का नहीं. Not afraid.
कुछ भी.
कुछ भी नहीं. Can't think of anything.
Yes, dear. Yes. In fact, we shouldn't be afraid of anything. Yes, dear. We should face life. Yes, dear. You said no over here. Now let's ask you this. गुस्सा आता है आपको? अगर आती है तो
नहीं,
कब?
कभी भी गुस्सा तो आता है.
किस बात पर आती है आपको गुस्सा?
किस बात पर आता है? When unfairness, falsehood, duplicity, these things I find, you know, dishonesty. Falsehood is something, and duplicity, I just, yeah. But yes, gussa has to be controlled. That's very important. So at this age, I guess anger controlling is very important. It doesn't pay you off very well.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am, for being so genuine and sharing. Thank you very much. Dear ma'am, would you like to give us all a nice message to all of us? What type of a message would you love the world to know from you? What message you would love to spread?
Everything is, life is always, we should always look at life as half filled and not half empty. Everything in every place. If we look at it that way, then we will have lots to for gratitude. Then gratitude comes in. The moment we look at things as half filled, then immediately the word gratitude comes in. And the moment we are grateful to the Almighty, I guess life becomes easy, smoother. And then the dissatisfaction, complaining, all these things will slowly diminish. I think that's what we should do.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for enabling us to understand that gratitude could change things for you. Yes. And another big takeaway, ma'am. Yes. Don't keep complaining. Have a lot of gratitude. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, अगर आप academician नहीं होते, तो और क्या? If not academician, then what?
Travel writer, travelogue. I would have written. I would have been traveling like a vagabond, writing, maybe photographing also. Photography also would be very interesting. So that could help me in painting. So maybe someday I would become that.
Yes, that's really nice. Someday you could start it as early as today. Once the session is over, too, you could begin a beautiful journey, and that could really be a great hobby too. Apart from painting, crochet, it would be a beautiful
time. Time.
Dear ma'am, as you said, painting. Which color appeals to you the most?
Red.
And why?
It's a very lively and vivacious color. It spreads a lot of positivity, optimism. That's my favorite color. But in painting, if you say, then I think all the earthy colors are more interesting. All the browns and the greens, these are more interesting. Yellows are more interesting. Painting is different. I also do a lot of coffee painting. So that is one of my favorite colors in painting. It just moves on the paper. So I just love doing that. So on my Insta handle, caffeinated brush, you could see the coffee paintings.
Caffeinated brush, right? Do you have any of the paintings now with you in your surroundings that you could show us any one or two of your paintings? Is that possible?
I didn't keep it handy. I can just, if you can give me a little while, I can just show you coffee
Yes.
paintings.
Yes, dear. Dear friends, we'll wait for our special celebrity and guest to share her paintings as to how she paints and how that makes her world beautiful. We'll wait for a few moments and she'll be back with us. Yes, dear friends. Over to you, ma'am. And we'd love to see your paintings.
Okay, I actually, let me give you a this thing intro to my paintings. I started off with acrylic paintings on canvas, and I've done it for quite some time. In fact, I should thank Instagram for this. Just an incident, like I painted a pair of shoes. I had bought orange color shoes, which I thought, how would I ever wear them? So canvas shoes. So I painted them. So I made sunset on it, sunset silhouettes with a giraffe and an elephant. In one there was a giraffe and a tree, and the other one was an elephant under a tree. And I opened my account on Instagram and I put the picture, and I got so many likes that I thought, oh, I could do this, and that started off my painting at a fierce speed. So I used to paint every day, and I used to put on my Instagram. My Instagram handle is Bidisha_art. So I just have a couple of them handy. I'll show it to you. These are acrylic paintings. This is a painting where I have painted some, birds in the foliage. So that's about one painting I had done. And this was long back I had done it. And then another one, which is my favorite, that is all about the alter egos. You see, I don't know if I can show it to you properly. These are the alter egos that we have, These two, I have plenty more on my Instagram account. Then there was this book by Harish Bhatt, um, An Extreme Love for Coffee, The Extreme Love for Coffee, I think. So I did a book review when the book was launched. And then I also sent him I was drinking coffee and I just painted with the leftover coffee and a coffee cup, something like that I painted. And I sent him the picture. He was so happy with it. And then he, on his LinkedIn profile and all, he uploaded my review as well as my painting. So then I thought that I could do coffee painting. It was so interesting. I'll show you a few coffee paintings of mine. This is musical instruments I had done. Then I also, what I do is I make triplets. Like this is all about the boat ship, you know, same theme. It's only coffee. And this is some flowers and tree kind of a thing with coffee. Just a few. There are plenty more on my page, caffeinated brush. So there are two separate pages for painting on Instagram.
Mesmerizing, ma'am.
Thank you.
Enchanting, mesmerizing. I really love the way you put all of that. The alter ego one, the one with coffee, and the earlier one as well.
Thank you.
And you have many more. And thank you for sharing it with us today. And really, it's a blessing to get to see all of that. I haven't seen that, especially the ones with coffee and the alter ego ones, which you explained. That's really awesome. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And the ones with the birds too. You shared that one.
I'm so honored.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And friends, yes, if you love any of these paintings and you would love to bond and connect and network with our celebrity, you could do. We will share in the description below, or maybe at the end of the interview, you could get to know how to connect with our celebrity. She is Ms.Bidisha Moulik from Mumbai, Maharashtra, India. Dear ma'am, I'm like, so into the paintings and I forgot. Yes, yes. I really enjoyed the way when you were sharing all of the boats also and the ship and all of that. Perfect. And lots of neatness and clarity in the painting.
Thank you.
Yes, dear ma'am, as a student, apart from painting, as a student, your favorite subject when you were a little girl?
Nothing in particular. I enjoyed all the subjects. I used to enjoy studying. I don't know, in my childhood or maybe at home, I was supposed to like studying. It was not, I didn't have an option of not liking. These days there are too many options. I was never asked which is your favorite subject and which one will you do, which one will you not do. It's okay to get less marks. Such things nobody told. We had to get good marks. We had to study all the subjects. Everything was important. All teachers had to be respected. The end. Life was simpler.
Yes, dear ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing. Thank you. Dear ma'am, a favorite quotation or a proverb that has inspired you a lot?
They say life is like snowflakes. It's transient. And I think that is what it is. That's why life becomes so beautiful. You should always keep it in mind that it's all moving all the time. It's moving.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing. Thank you. The snowflakes, which are transparent, that's really nice.
Transient.
Yes, dear.
They move on. They change.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for
Change is the only constant.
very true. Thank you for sharing that and correcting me as to what it is. Thank you very much. Thank you. Dear friends, we go on with the next question, getting to know about achievements. Ma'am, your proudest achievement till date, सबसे बढ़िया. या चाहे painting में हो, as an academician, whatever. Yeah, I felt proud accomplishing this. It was a wow moment in my life.
See, as I told you, I love to take up challenges and I complete them. So I think when I complete each and every challenge, everything when I complete it, that is my proudest moment. So every time it has been a proudest moment. And that proudest one is still to come. Yet to come. Every painting when I complete, that's the proudest moment for that. But immediately I have to start the new one. So again, the proud moment would come.
Wow.
So it is also transient.
Super. That's really nice. I like the way you said that. It is yet to come. One is done and the next is yet to come. So it's always a learning process, giving out our best and waiting for the best yet to come. The best is yet to come. Like, yes, dear. That's beautiful. Dear ma'am, what about pets? Do you love pets?
I love animals, but I am not very much for pets because I believe in freedom. And I somehow feel that should we be really keeping them at home? We are curbing their freedom. I am a very liberated, free person. So obviously, another living being, I don't have any right to curb its freedom. So no for pets from me. I've never had a pet.
Yes, that's really nice. Wanting freedom. And then I feel guilty now because I used to hold my cat. I had a pet cat and squeeze it and keep it forcefully and it wanted to jump out. I used to hold it until it scratches me and then I let it go. So yes, I feel guilty when you say, freedom is everything that is required, a free soul. Yeah, I appreciate that, ma'am. Much appreciated. Dear ma'am, how many languages are you conversant in?
3 languages as such, English, Bengali, English and Hindi, Bangla, English and Hindi. And the 4th language, the language of love, which we have to keep spreading.
Yes, dear, the language of love. That's the
4th.
essence of our life, yes. And love is the universal language which every one of us, beyond geographical boundaries, have to really develop that in us. It's lacking in many places, especially the world leaders who are at war, fighting for no reason and killing innocent lives. The language of love should work. And humanity should be the greatest religion. And that's how it should go.
Yes.
Let's make love an everyday thing in our life. Love for human life, respect for human life. Yes, dear.
All lives, all beings, all living things.
Yes.
Not just human.
Yes. For all living things and as well as ourselves and for the people who exist with us. Thank you, ma'am, for adding the all living things in that. That really makes sense and it completes the whole picture. Dear ma'am, क्या अभी आप oblige करेंगे? आप हमारे लिए एक छोटी सी गाना गाएंगे? नहीं.
No. I won't. Not on screen.
Okay, dear.
Look at the voice.
You could try it, maybe 1 or 2 lines.
No, I could sing, but then I used to sing and generally take out songs. No. You see a teacher has to keep singing. So look at the condition.
Yes, I get that. Would you like to share something else? Would you like to compensate that, like maybe a rhyme or maybe a one-liner, a strong one-liner you would like to share?
I could show you my paintings. My
Okay.
paintings speak, nothing else.
You could like maybe share a poem or something. Would that be okay? Or any one line, as you said, Rabindranath Tagore. There must be something very inspiring about him that you would love to share.
There are plenty of them.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear ma'am. Over to you.
Yeah, as I said, life is transient. We keep moving. Everything keeps on changing. There's a lovely Tagore song uh, in those lines. It is Shudhu Java Asha, Shudhu Srote Bhasha, Shudhu Shudhu Java Asha. So that means that we are just, only floating back and forth in the tides of life, in this cycle of light and darkness. We are only moving around. We are only going, and that is how life is. We are all moving, the transient, the move, changing, the motion of life. We don't have to just sit with small uh, dissatisfactions and not happenings. Such things we don't have to sit with, because we don't have to get stuck with, because anyway it's going to move off, just moving.
Yes,
I
dear.
love this song. This song, the tune of it has been taken in an old Hindi film song. Chukar mere man ko kiya tune kya ishara. It's the same tune which has been inspired from the Tagore song. There are many songs, in the Hindi songs have been inspired by Bengali songs.
Yes.
Those days, S.D. Burman and some music directors, Hemant Mukherjee, there are lots of songs which have been inspired from Bengali music.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you and stay blessed. Thank you for giving us the best of what you've just shared and explained it in English as well. Thank you. Thanks, dear. Dear ma'am, do you find yourself to be more of a listener or a speaker?
Both. If I'm not a good listener, how will I be a good speaker?
Perfect.
How will I give a constructive or positive feedback? How will I do that? I'll have to be a good listener.
Yes, dear. Very well explained. Many thanks. Dear ma'am, if the Almighty or the universe invited you and gifted you a superpower, yes, the choice is yours. You could have this superpower which you choose. And if that was the case, what superpower would you choose, ma'am?
See, as an artist at heart, I love to experiment with perspectives. The same thing looks, by perspective, I mean, the same thing looks different from different angles. And that is very interesting. So I would maybe I would like to fly and, get a perspective of things in a very different way. You might say you can still fly in the airplanes, but then that is very different. Here it will be like, if I could do it, I could just go overhead. I could just see things from a different view, different angle. And even in that way, I think we could also look at human beings, the activities from a bird's eye view, which is again very important in life, to have a bird's eye view towards the things. Then smaller apprehensions and faults we can easily neglect when you have a bird's eye view. So
Yes.
that maybe I could do.
Lovely. Very nice. Thank you for sharing. Dear ma'am, there are so many situations in our lives, in fact, everyone's lives out there, most of us, majority we could say. There are situations where we don't identify them to be as toxic. We are into it. We don't even understand that, yes, this is not the right place for me. These are not the right people in my life. But yet we are into it. We are with them. How do we identify the red flags or the dangerous situations in our life and take a step behind, stay safe? Because your safety matters the most, because we've seen many of the Indian people and people across the world in dangerous situations or in abusive, toxic zones.
The red flags could be in relationships as well as workplace. Two things we can identify, most important. Relationships, we could say, if there are controlling behaviors, lack of trust, and codependency. These are the things which are red flags to any relationship. So if we can get over these, I think, uh, and if so, then we don't get into those toxic things. And after all, it's our choice whether we want to be in that or not. We can easily, it is. I don't know, but I mean, I cannot speak about others. Maybe there are people who cannot come out of those situations. Possible, but then it is ultimately our choice how we keep ourselves. And in workplace, if you see flags, you can say lack of vision is something. Adjusting with change. When people are unable to adjust, when I suppose if I'm unable to adjust with change, that means it's a red flag at the workplace. I should be ready to adjust with new things. That's the most important thing in work. In simple terms, I think it's better to keep it simple. So that's about red flags.
Yes, dear. I really appreciate the way you shared your thoughts on this. Codependency is one major thing that many of us suffer. We don't even know that we are into it. And when we know that it is, yes, something toxic, it's too late to come out of that zone. And many more things you've shared. Thank you very much. Thank you, dear. Dear ma'am, what about mental health awareness or creating awareness about mental health, removing the stigma as to one should meet a counselor? Many of us hesitate to meet a counselor and connect with that family who has someone having a mental health issue. We even, abandon those families, those people, maybe in our colony, our relatives. How are we to overcome the stigma? If you could just share something on that.
Yeah, it is extremely important. Like, the mental health is, one has to recognize, identify the conditions, of depression and such things. One needs to do that so that we can have a proper balance between work and personal life. If we don't have those mental issues, yeah, the stigma part, yes, it is. As a uh, my work in my workplace, I we have lots of children who have slight issues, in these areas, slow learners and such things. But then it is very difficult to explain to the parents that, see, this is nothing wrong, it's okay, we can treat it, we can help the child, we can guide. But yes, it is very, very difficult. I think the only way to do it is to explain to more and more people that there's nothing like stigma when you go to a therapist or a it's okay. If there's an issue, let us deal with it. When we have cough and cold and fever, we easily go to a doctor. What is, we don't say that I cannot go to a doctor, I cannot share it with anyone. Same way, mental health is equally or more important than physical health.
Yes, dear. Ma'am, as an academician and the head of the primary department, there are many students who come to school from very sad situations at home. The parents might have been fighting early in the morning. In fact, one of the parent might have beaten the other parent,
Absolutely.
be abused. There may be financial problem at home.
Yeah.
There may be a separation in the family. The mother might have left the home and gone in the night, or maybe the father might have gone away, and the child comes to school in the morning and doesn't perform well in class.
Absolutely.
And then we have teachers who are rude to such students and, stereotype them into being dull, stupid, lazy.
Very bad. It's wrong.
So then I think that part has to be worked to understand why the child is not giving his or her best on that particular day, instead of labeling or, putting them in that, stereotyping. I mean, I can't get the word right. Putting them in segments like that, that you are not okay today, you are dull. And the hurt at home is a big burden. And the hurt from the teacher and insult in front of the class adds more insult to injury, like rubbing salt on one's wounds.
True.
So we should sensitize our teachers and the educational sector to be a little more sympathetic towards. If they can't find solace at home, they should get it at school.
Absolutely. I totally agree. We work on this. We really work on this. No labeling of children and not saying such things. We have achieved quite a bit. I can say that with like guarantee. I can say we do not do that. It's very very wrong to label children. If a child is not performing at this level, especially at the primary level, if the child is not performing, it's okay. It's absolutely fine. He'll perform tomorrow. It's okay. Yeah, that's very true. It's very important. So you see, we have the special educators and people who help us out of these situations. They have a little more time to talk. So it is very important that schools appoint such people who
Counselors.
are, yeah, who are experts, in this. So like as a teacher, we may not be an expert in it. We are teaching, but then that person, he is specially educated for it. So that person handles these situations in a much better.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear ma'am. Even we've seen this even with students of the higher secondary school, in colleges, due to parents, the domestic violence at home has impacted the education. The bright student has begun to underperform because of the stress that he or she faces at.
True. Yes, yes, there are so many cases.
Yes. And then all the teachers out there should really, teachers, the lecturers, the faculty members, take a moment, have a talk with the child, and then try to get to know the reason behind it. It may be a genuine reason also the child is really facing, and be a little more sensitive and kind.
Yeah, true.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, what type of change do you think the next 50 years could have? Or what type of change you anticipate in the next 50 years?
Yeah, as an Indian, I would want India to be one of the superpowers. Economically, we should be number one. That's what I dream of. And even education, I said 100% education. If I don't know whether data permits all those things, I do not know. But yeah, in next 50 years, technologically, we'll be much more advanced. Something bigger than AI will come up, I'm sure.
Wow, I love this answer, because if I have interviewed more than 250, almost 300 people till date, 300 celebrities and unsung heroes. And I've heard from almost maximum 80% of them have said AI, AI. But I love something that you shared now. Something better than AI could also come. पता नहीं क्या है होगा वो,
But
but
then
आएगा, हो सकता है.
also,
बड़ी अच्छी बात.
50 years is a long time.
Super. I really love this. Something much better than AI. Yes, I would love that. And that makes you unique when you share out your thinking out of the box, something different. That's really nice. And trust me, it is the first person who shared this. Something much better than AI. AI, I heard it center, right, and left. It is AI every day. Yes,
The
dear.
artist brain, you see, it just goes in a different direction.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, if you were given an opportunity, you were given a time machine in hand and you were requested to click one of the buttons, and that would take you into the past. And the task over there is to relive somebody's life and come back. Whose life you would love to relive?
Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley.
Okay, I guess he's a musician.
Rock, the king of rock.
King of rock.
Yeah. So I would love to be him and sing like him with so much of zeal, with all his energy.
Great, wonderful. I love that. जो जोश में आपने बोल दिया, that's really nice.
वही है.
अच्छी बात है, बहुत अच्छी बात. Very nice. And this is the way you should live life, dear friends, to the fullest.
Yes.
And ma'am said you're not scared of anything as well. So that means when you're not scared, you live to the fullest. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, what about constructive criticism? How would you explain that?
Oh, that's very important. Constructive criticism is really important. It is, we can phrase it as, you can say actionable recommendations. You know, like we criticize, I mean, we phrase our criticism in such a way that there can be positive outcomes of it, and that would create a healthy work environment if there is positive uh, actionable thing. Yeah, so that is what is constructive criticism.
Bringing out the best in a positive way.
Yes.
Wanting the growth of the other individual and helping you to overcome if there are any minor defects in a very positive and polite way.
Yes, actionable. They should be able to not just speaking in the air. It has to be in such a way that the other person thinks, okay, I can work this way.
Yes.
So
I
then
like this. You said not only in the air, let them, there should be something to work upon,
concrete.
something about
Yeah.
a real change. And
Yeah.
I love that. That's really nice. Yes, dear ma'am. Dear ma'am, what are your thoughts on forgiveness? And how would you like to share that? Are you a person who forgives others?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I forgive everyone because I think I am nobody to forgive. Basically, my thought is, who am I to forgive? Everybody does whatever they do. They don't think they're doing it wrong, you know. They have their own argument for doing something. It may not agree with me. I may not like it. But that doesn't mean that the person is wrong. And so there is no question of not forgiving or forgiving. This word itself is, I think, not important. So everybody to his own.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing. Thank you very much, dear. That's really nice to know your thoughts and views on that given question. Yes, dear. Yes, dear ma'am. Thank you so much. Dear ma'am, how would you rate yourself with regard to forgiving others on a scale of 1 to 10? How many points would you give yourself?
I just told you 9.
9.
9 means maybe sometimes I didn't forgive some by chance, but I told you I don't have that word.
Yes, dear. Thank you,
That's
ma'am. Thank
the Almighty who has to do his job, not mine.
you. Thank you very much. Dear ma'am, we've come to an end to the main round of the interview. We have a small segment called as the rapid fire round, which will take another 10 minutes. Yes, dear. And here the answers should be in just one word or two words, maximum one sentence. But if you just like minimize it to just one or two words, then that would be the catch. Like, yes, the answer that comes out quickly. That the
If
first
I
thought
can't, suppose I don't
one
know.
word, one sentence, two sentences. Most welcome. Most welcome. Yes, dear friends, it's now the beautiful round called as the rapid fire round to get to know about our celebrities' likes and dislikes. And she is Miss Bidisha
Maulik.
Moulik. Bidisha Moulik. Did I get your name right? Did I
Yeah,
mispronounce?
yeah. No, nothing.
Bidisha Moulik. Yes, dear. She's from Mumbai and Maharashtra. Thank you, ma'am, for helping me. Dear ma'am, your favorite day of the week?
Monday.
Monday? I've been asking many of the academicians who have joined us on this talk show. Many of them have said Monday, but to me, Saturday and Sunday would really be fine. But if you're the head or the principal, and if you are, in those administrative positions, many of them like Monday. तो पता नहीं है ही क्या Monday में उधर.
No, always it has been. This is now. Throughout my life, I love going to work.
Okay, dear, that's really nice. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, your favorite number?
1.
Oh, great. That's nice.
That's
Is
my
it?
birth number.
Oh, great. That's nice. 1. And is it tea or coffee?
Sorry?
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Tea. Anytime.
Anytime.
Is it green tea or?
Any color, different moods, different colors. White, blue, I mean green, black,
Okay, black tea, green tea, or maybe you could even say milk tea.
normal milk tea.
Yes, dear. How nice. That's really nice. Dear ma'am, the insect that you don't like?
Bleach.
Leech. Okay, dear. Yes. Dear ma'am, while communicating with others using an electronic device, is it like calling or texting? Where do you find comfort and feel comfortable?
Texting.
Texting. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, a perfect day or a beautiful day in one word.
Full of laughter.
Perfect. When you okay, this is already I know the answer.
Sorry?
You've already shared this earlier, so
Yeah.
I just put the question out. But I think I know I believe I know the answer because you've mentioned it earlier. When you help others, do you expect anything in return?
No, not at all.
You said don't expect anything for anybody. So that's what I said. Yes, dear. Is it the city, the village, or the town that appeals to you?
City.
Roadways, railways, waterways, or airways?
Airways.
Your favorite season?
Rainy season.
Chocolates, cakes, ice creams, the first peak.
Chocolate.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Both. Sleep very less.
Yes, dear. Ma'am, a life skill. Are you good at cooking?
Yeah, creative.
Creative. I love that creative.
No,
Badhiya hai. Very nice.
never will I get twice. I'll not get the same dish of same taste.
Same here, ma'am. Same here. Even myself and my kids say, Mom, don't experiment on us. You prepared it, taste it yourself. And then if it is okay, then you give us like, it's like a fun time at home. Yes, dear. Ma'am, when you were a little kid, the name of your favorite teacher or sir who you loved and who have been inspiring you? Any two of them.
Two of them.
One.
No, I'll tell you two. One, I used to have one Kamlesh madam. She was my, upper KG teacher. I used to love the saris she wore. Okay, that time. And also in college, I'll remember we used to have this Mrs. Sengupta. She used to be my chemistry teacher and our organic chemistry teacher. I'm a chemistry student. So then the way she was so cheerful and the way she used to teach us, I think I idolize her sometimes.
Yes, dear. That's really nice. Thank you for sharing. Is it the salty, sweet, spicy, or sour stuff that you love?
Sweet.
The best Indian sweet?
Rasgulla.
Yes. Dear ma'am, life, is it all about money or happiness?
Happiness.
Perfect. Yes, dear. Introvert, extrovert, ambivert.
I think extrovert.
When Bidisha is all alone, nobody's with her, not even a phone gadget or any communication tool besides you, alone in the four walls with some sunshine in your room, a chair, you're sitting on the chair and you're connected to your thoughts. Where do your thoughts take you and go? Far into the past or deep into the future or into the present? I don't know how I put it, past, present, or future.
None. Mountains.
Oh, great. That's really nice. Okay, dear. Dear ma'am, you love socializing or me time?
Me time.
It was a hard one.
Yeah, because I socialize also a lot. So I was just balancing. But then I think me time is more important.
Yes, dear. Do you think you are more of a thinker or a doer?
But you can't be a doer without a thinker. So thinker.
थोड़े लोग ऐसे हैं मैम जो बिना सोच के कर देते काम. थोड़े लोग सोच के करते हैं. तो आप कहाँ पर आएंगे यहाँ?
Thinker. Then सोच के करना पड़ता है.
Think. Great. That's nice. Do you believe in experiential learning or theoretical learning?
Experiential. Definitely.
An apple or a samosa?
Apple.
Health conscious? Dieting?
Not really.
Health conscious. Yes. The moment I eat an apple, and then again somehow I'll be attracted to eating something oily and all, and have off and feel guilty afterwards.
I have with sweets. I have to stop myself.
Same here, ma'am. I promise myself, and the more I promise, the more I break the promises. And maybe some other time, maybe the next day. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, is it home cooked food or food ordered from out? Which you prefer?
Home cooked.
Is it the beach or the forest?
Forest.
You prioritize song or dance?
Song.
You love to walk, ride a two-wheeler, drive a four-wheeler?
Walk.
On a little table, cute table, there's a lovely, interesting book and great music. You're supposed to select any one.
Book.
Yes, dear. Do you love to give gifts or receive gifts?
Give.
Apart from giving, You might have received gifts as well. The best gift that you received till date.
Very difficult. I think I should skip this.
Okay, because yes, every gift is unique and the person
Unique,
who gives
exactly. I
is-
could not compare.
yes. And I love the way you did justice to that. You didn't mention anything in particular. It just held you there. All the other answers you were just in a split of a second you shared. But this kept you thinking because you really value the gifts that you've received till date.
Absolutely. Thank you for answering that for me. That was the exact feeling.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, you also love to give gifts, as you mentioned. You also know you love first to give gifts, and you've received gifts as well. Today, we'd love you, before we end the session, that you give us 3 gifts before we say a goodbye to meet up again the next time. The gift would be 3 gifts, apart from please, sorry, and thank you. There are 3 magical words in the world, please, sorry, and thank you, when we communicate. Our parents have taught us, our elders have taught us, please use these 3 words, it will make your life smoother. Please, sorry, and thank you are magical words. We keep them aside and make a request and ask these gifts from our celebrities. 3 magical words. Any 3 magical words where we could concentrate, just like please, sorry, and thank you. It could be any 3 words from your side that could be a gift for us where we could focus our energies and transform our lives.
One should be, I think, my dear, with everything. Dear. Um,
Yes, dear.
can't think of really.
Compassion, love, growth. Any 3 words that come to your mind quickly.
Quickly.
The first 3 words. Am I putting you?
Yeah, this is a little tough one. Love, happiness. Love, happy.
One more. Love, happiness, and any 3 positive
Safety.
words. Safety.
Safe. Safe.
Safe.
Safe.
Safe.
Safe. Be safe.
Be safe. Yeah. Love, happiness, and safety. And that means be safe. Yes. Enjoy all of it at the same time. Be safe, be happy, and spread love. Ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. Thank you for the lovely answers you've shared. The wisdom, not answers, the wisdom that you shared today with us is immense. And we really applaud all the sharings that you've done today with us. And we look forward to having many more interactions. And I would love you to share all of your paintings and the crochet work as well. I would love to have that.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed the session so much. It was lovely talking to you. You interview really well. You put up and you actually understand the person so well and carry on with the conversation. A thing to learn from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yes,
Bye.
yes,
Take care.
yes, dear. Stay blessed.
You too.
Yes, bye. Dear friends, with this, we come to an end to the International Fab Talks for today. We'll be connected with you very soon. Stay safe and stay blessed and have a wonderful day.